Wow. As if that's what this car drives like. Hi everyone, welcome back to CMD and another video. You join me at hothatches.co.uk for episode 6 of this series. And behind me we have the flagship, the halo car at hothatches.co.uk, the Abarth 595. This car's been here ever since I first met Chris and has been his talisman for the business and what it's capable of for the last 2.5 years. So he knows the car really well, and I'm admittedly know very little about these things, apart from being hugely interested in what they do and how they do it, because they've got such a huge cult following. So Chris is going to take me out in the car. I'm going to get to know it a bit more and give you my thoughts on the drive. So let's get to it. You said the weather was going to be nice.
Sorry, mate.
I'm quite excited about this.
You should be. It's great fun. You'll understand what I was saying earlier whilst we're out on the drive, but I think you'll realise why this is my fourth.
So, and that's a good point, while we're getting out of the estate, this has been your flagship, your showcase for 2 years?
Yes, so when we set the business up, company colours were yellow. I don't think there's a car that turns heads, attracts attention as much as this does in the little hot hatch world. We sourced one of these, and since our 2 years of ownership, we've done the upgrades to it to make it what we feel a better car.
So it's a bit of a sort of, this is what you can do to the car and what we could do if you wanted us to?
Correct. So we don't sell cars that are heavily modified generally. So if someone turned up and said, will we buy their car and sell it, and it'd been remapped, suspension, exhaust, etc, etc, it's a no, because we don't know who's done it, we don't know what it's like. But we offer those options. If people buy cars from us, we can, or if people bring cars to us, we can change the suspension, exhausts, remaps, etc. So we've done, and stereo upgrades. So we've done all that to this car already.
Hey, so would you say you get a lot of attention driving this car? Is it one of those things that people talk to you about it, ask you about it? Is it
weirdly, yes,
a head turner? For
a 15-20 grand car, you wouldn't expect when you're filling up with petrol for the person stood next to you to ask you questions about it. Yeah, you get it in this car, which is a bit weird.
First impressions, seating position isn't as bad as I've been told. It's definitely high, but I was expected to be in the roof. I love that the gear stick's that little bit higher. It reminds me of my EP3 Civic Type R. Yeah, that's a really nice position. It's something that I wasn't sure I'd like on that car, and I loved it, and that's just as good. It's so much better than down there.
Yes.
That's very nice. The exhaust sounds great. I haven't gone very far yet, and the exhaust sounds great, but the exhaust is aftermarket.
Yes, so this is an Ultra Sport rear section. The Competizione that we're in now comes with a Monza system as standard, which is fantastic. The noise of that thing is absolutely brilliant, but I didn't like the 4-pipe system.
Okay, so
four little pea shooters, it doesn't work for me.
So this car is a Abarth 595 Competizione.
Correct.
Is that? I'm not Italian, so I don't know about pronunciation. You've changed the exhaust. What else have you changed?
We've remapped it at Hot Hatches. Bilstein B14 coilovers with adjustable ride height. Just for looks, we've put it on a lower setting, which probably hasn't helped the ride.
Yeah,
as you can probably see,
so
ride's shaking around.
Yeah, ride's a little stiff
because my chins go mental.
It's not horrific though.
It's not bad.
Because you're already in a small car, you know, short wheelbase.
Yes, you expect the ride to be bad.
Yeah.
I always find when I'm driving it, I'm more conscious of the ride when I've got someone sat next to me.
Yeah.
When it's just me, I don't really care.
Yeah.
But when you've got someone with you and you look at their face as you hit a hole, you think, oh.
And what did you remapped it? What do you think you've remapped it to?
So out to the box is 180. People claim lots of high figures. I'm not too worried about claiming figures. I'm about how it drives.
Yeah.
For the drive for me now is much better. I would guesstimate at about 205.
I mean, the information and the dials are really nice and clear, aren't they? We've got, obviously, speedo's right in front of you, big number. Oh, wow. Okay, wasn't quite expecting that.
You've got a G-force meter in as well as an info button on the end of the wiper stalk you can press.
Pressing.
Yeah.
Tyres say okay.
Tyre settings.
G meter. Nice.
I'm sure that's about as accurate as the Sun newspaper, but it's a nice gadget to have.
Yeah. Gosh alive. It's faster than I was expecting. It's a lot faster than I was expecting, and because it's little, it's a lot more engaging. Oh wow. As if that's what this car drives like.
And that's what this is all about, is just this fun factor.
Oh, it hooks nice. Bit of torque there. Oh wow. That surprised me a little. And by a little I mean quite a lot.
The remap did make quite a big difference. They have quite a bit of low down power anyway.
Yeah. It's good off the line, isn't it?
Yes. It doesn't suffer a huge amount of lag because it's not a massive turbo on there. It gets going quite quickly.
Goes very nice. Try to turn in a circle.
Turn in circle for a small car is embarrassing.
We'll edit that out. No one will know.
It's worth mentioning though. It is shocking.
It's not that good.
It is terrible.
Revs all the way to what, nearly 7,000?
Yeah, but it does run out of puff at the top.
Handling's very good.
So standard comes with the Kony FSDs on the Competizione, but it does handle extremely well, and it feels like when you're sat in this car we've got a real high centre of gravity.
Yes.
And you think it should tip and roll, but it doesn't, and obviously that's helped by the Bilsteins, but even with the standard suspension it's not a rolly car.
A few things are starting to make a bit more sense now. You know, there's a huge cult following, so you think there's got to be something about it. And initially I thought it was just the sort of the mini factor, and I mean they're sort of individual, aren't they? You can do lots to them,
yes.
Easy to modify, but it's so much more than that. It's fun. It's a hot hatch.
Yes.
It's a proper little hot hatch. I can't believe that it drives like that. I haven't got anywhere for my left foot.
No.
When it's resting.
God, that's annoying on a long drive. It's more of a town city going out for a little blast car than it is going to go and see your family up north or down south. It's not.
You don't want to be doing a huge amount of mileage in this, do you? Do a swizzle. And what about the speakers? Because there's a subwoofer in the boot, isn't there?
There is a subwoofer in the boot.
You hooligan.
We've on this particular car, when we first got it, I couldn't find one with a 7-inch screen, and we needed a car. So I found this Alpine unit that we've got in here. It's called a Halo 9, which is like a 9-inch tablet really, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. It takes all the car features across, so your parking sensors are displayed on there. You can adjust all the clocks, etc., because they're linked. So it doesn't take away from any of the functionality that the car comes with, which you'll find with cheaper units. So we've had that fitted, and steering wheel controls work through it. It's got a much better amplifier in it than a standard head unit that would come with from factory. So we actually haven't needed to put an extra amplifier in the car. We've put some focal component speakers in the front, so we've replaced the tweeters on the A-pillars, some nicer drivers in the door, and then an Alpine sub in the boot, which has got, you probably can't see on film, but it's got a little dial down between the seats where you can adjust the crossover and the volume of the sub.
Right, okay.
And because it's such a small car, it goes quite loud.
It's a pretty trick system.
It's not an expensive car to run.
No.
You will find yourself at a petrol station frequently, but that's not because it's poor MPG, it's just got a tiny tank.
Yeah.
50 quid, well less than 50 quid and you'll fill up.
We'll do it.
And that'll probably do, depending how you drive, 280 miles.
It's not too bad, is it? Very impressed. Handling's amazing. Proper engaging little sporty car. Good little gearbox, big throat, but I think because it's high it gets away with it.
Yeah.
I think if that was lower it would be a big problem.
You only, for me, the gearbox, it stops at 5.
think could do with a 6th?
I know it's only a 1.4.
Yeah.
Around what we're doing now, no need. But if you are doing longer drives, not what it's made for. I know people do. You sit on the motorway, you just kind of sometimes find yourself wanting just a bit of an overdrive, something to just quieten it down and let it relax a little bit
and pootle around. And actually, now I've been in it a while, the seating position doesn't bother me in the slightest.
No, and I say this to a lot of people, as I mentioned earlier, this is my 4th one I've had personally. You can kind of not forgive the car, but you forget about its small little gripes that you may have with seating position, turning circle, tiny fuel tank, all those things that would normally really annoy someone. And they do annoy me, but then you get in it and you drive it and you kind of forget about them. You kind of forgive it. It
all becomes very irrelevant very quick.
Yes.
So I think to summarise, go with the negatives first. Small tank, could do with a 6th gear.
Yeah.
Firm ride, that's going to annoy some people.
Yeah,
I would
firm
say.
And quite bouncy.
And quite bouncy. Arguably seating position might annoy someone.
Yes. One of the big things from 2008 to modern time, what Abarth have not done, they haven't listened to people, because the car comes with 0 security besides a little immobiliser.
Yeah, okay.
So it's got remote central locking.
Yeah.
Never had an alarm.
Right.
And you've just got to ask why. Because they are quite desirable. You know, people that own them tend to love their cars and look after them.
Yes.
So why have Abarth not just put an alarm on it?
Yeah.
From new? And it's been, if you look on all the forums, the owners' clubs, people are always saying, what security can you put on? We do it at Hot Hatches. We fit the ghost system. And yeah, if you're going to buy one of these, a security upgrade is not a bad shout.
Is a must. Like you say, desirable, but then easy to steal.
Yes.
Great combo. Don't worry about it. You'll be fine. You steal it back. You'll be no worry. Pros. Head turner.
Massive head turner, which I know that comes with its flaws, but it also comes with huge green ticks.
It's like a pro and a con section.
Yeah, I suppose so, yeah. Performance, smiles,
yes,
noise.
Yes.
I mean, the noise is fantastic.
Brilliant. It's addictive, is what it is. So as hot hatches go, I think it ticks an awful lot of important boxes. Engaging, fun, laughable, fast.
Yes.
And what I would say is probably of all the cars, so this is episode 6 of this, would you believe? Of all the cars we've tested so far, this just about pips the Hyundai for the most surprising test review that we've done.
Yeah.
The most surprising drive. It's completely caught me off guard with what it does and how it does it, and how you feel at the wheel.
Yeah, yes.
You know, it's just one of those cars that puts a smile squarely on your face.
It does.
You can't say much more than that, can you?
I don't think you can.
As testament to the car itself. And I think that's a really good note to draw a close to the video and say thank you. It's actually a really good time to say thank you as well, because normally when I say my thank yous, Chris is back doing actual really important work in the office, and I'm sort of sat here without anyone there. But it's a great opportunity to say thank you very much for having us over and for letting us review and essentially play in what are your assets at the business, and for helping us with this series. So if you are new to the channel, we've got a playlist set up with hothatches.co.uk. You'll find that in the playlist section of the channel. And if you haven't seen us before, CMD Car Mad Dad is a YouTube based channel in the process of becoming a not-for-profit charity. So that means every view, like, subscription, any engagement at all, any sales from t-shirts and jumpers from places like controlandshift.com are all going, every single penny, into the pot towards charities, both local and national, to start making a small difference in other people's lives. So if you like what you see, hit that like button, give us a subscribe, and we both look forward to seeing you guys soon. Cheers.
Thank you.